Sunday, it's raining. Weather is quite trash. I haven't filmed anything since Thursday. We hung out a bit Friday, but again, it was kind of like this, is raining and us kind of dodging the rain most of the day, more so because John 700 has like little to no seals left and the car just kind of takes on water. But we had a good time still. The show yesterday, I have never seen the Rod Run so packed in my life. There was thousands and thousands of people, cars everywhere. Had a great time. Today's now Sunday, the last official day of the Rod Run. A lot of people have already left town, and due to the weather, I'm sure it'll be very busy, but we have about an hour left of the actual show. I want to get a photo of the Mk2 on the back straight in front of the big Daytona sign they have on the wall, and then also want to do one more lap through the swap meet. On Sunday, most times people are trying to cut deals for things they haven't sold yet, so they bring it back home, so we might find something kind of cool. I've got big news. This is pretty exciting stuff. I've showed you this before. My wiper arm here doesn't do anything. Piece in the back is broke, it doesn't catch, so no wipers. I totally forgot. I could just pull it towards me like I'm trying to clean the windshield, and now, brother, we're good. We're good. It's, you know, it's the little things in life that make me happy. I got wiper blades. They kind of stop, not always in the right spot, but like, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Again, it's the little things. It's not a perfect science yet, but like, they work. It's fine. Hey, quick question. Am I able to pull right here by the Daytona sign, get a photo?
Beyond the yellow. Number 3.
Beyond the yellow, so not up here.
On that side of the yellow.
Awesome, perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Nice. Beyond the yellow. All right, we are beyond the yellow. We'll get the Mk2 lined up right here on the back straight. Get a nice little photo. Just being on this track is so wild. Look at that. Get the whole thing in the shot. Bam. Little Mk2 on Daytona. All right, mission successful. We got tons and tons of photos on the track. Super, super cool. It's crazy to see this place empty again. If you came out here on Saturday, you know how hectic it was. There was cars on every square inch of this infield. Everywhere it was packed. Absolute madness. And now all is quiet once again. I'm gonna head out through the front tunnel over there, and that'll be our time for the Rod Run this year, but definitely, if you haven't ever been, it's a good one to come out to. It's crazy. All right, so new day. It's currently Monday. We are at Firestone. Tell you guys what, one of the biggest things I miss about Germany is having the shop. Have my own tire machine and be able to do my own tires whenever I wanted. It just made life so much easier. But talk to these guys. We're gonna go ahead and pull this one off the car. We're gonna go ahead and pop the bead off, clean behind it, reseal it, and hope it fixes my issue. The leak has gotten slower, but every day I come out, I check it's down a bit and I fill it back up. It's fine for the day, but it's an annoying process. So we're gonna take off the car real fast, bring it into them, let them pop it off the bead, clean behind it, reseal it, and hopefully that solves our issue. All right, everyone say a prayer. The bead wants to seal back up. The wheel is out of my hands. I actually talked to the tire tech, super nice dude, and I was like, hey man, I don't want to sound like that guy, but it's a very expensive wheel, so please just be careful. He's like, yeah, no problem, I got you. So he seemed cool. We seemed like we're on the same page. All should be fine. Bam. And just like that, she's back. You can see he dunked it in the tank. He said there's no bubbles anywhere. We are fully good to go. And lips intact. He did a killer job. So shout out to Firestone for hooking it up. I obviously, being a 185/35 and an expensive wheel, this isn't like the ideal situation for like just a normal tire shop, but they killed it. So shout out to them. All right, just like that. Back in action.
Yeah, the second is that a truck behind them?
Forgot the Mark II has no cup holders. Ooh, sweet tea, so good. Little, you guys know, if you got a Mark II or Mark III, the little side seat spot always works. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right, boys, we got the Checkers. I was hungry, and I was like, what do I want? And Checkers has the best fries in the world, so here we are. So I really wasn't sure what the plan for today was gonna be, but then after I just filmed that last clip, I was like, oh yeah, my Speedo doesn't work. And someone had just commented in the last video, like, hey, you should probably fix that, and yeah, maybe today's the day. All right, so in order for us to fix the speedometer in the car, it's essentially like quite easy. I have to figure out how to actually do it, which is right here. This is a little cable that used to attach to the automatic transmission in this car, and essentially on the back of the transmission, the cable spins as the car is moving. This spins, which connects to the back of the cluster, and then you have your speed. Now with the Mark III 020, the cable from this one is different than the connection to this cluster, so it's just up here sitting in place. All we need to do is connect this one to that one somehow. So I totally forgot, I grabbed the manual cluster from a parts car that has the proper connection to go to the cable off the Mark III 020 transmission. At least I believe it's what it's for. Yeah, this is the one that goes into the Mark III cluster. My plan originally was to connect this somehow, because this thing just rotates and spins. Just connect that to the automatic one and just make it as one, leave the original cluster in the car. But if I don't want to be lazy and do it properly, pull that cluster out, put this cluster in, connect it as it should, and then everything will work properly. And we go about it that way. So I was kind of thinking to myself, I've had this manual cluster for all this time. Why didn't I just put this in forever ago and have a working cluster? But now I remember why I didn't do this, because this one, you see the plug on there, this is out of a 91. My car is an 87. The wiring, the plugs in the dash and the rest of the car are different. So this one is not a direct swap with the car. I mean, it will fit in the car, no problem, but I can't plug it in, can't make it work unless I went to the other parts car, pulled all the wiring out of that car, put it in this car, and at the current moment, I don't feel like doing that. So we have to find a way to make what I currently have work. So essentially, all we need to do is get this piece right here and the one inside of there to be one and spin together. The problem is both of them are male ends. Like before, this one will go into the cluster and this one would go into the piece that was the automatic transmission. But now I have two male ends and I gotta find a way to make them just one unit. So I had a couple of different ideas how to actually make this work, connecting two male ends basically together. I thought at first maybe some shrink wrap, but probably not enough. It would connect it, but maybe not enough to actually hold it from spinning like freely inside. Then I thought maybe if I like double up and do a zip tie, that could work. But then I saw one of these. I think might be the best option, where I can just put it like this, pinch it down to one side, clamp down the other side, and hopefully that's tight enough to keep both spinning together. And I think, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Just two together, clamp, clamp, and should work. I feel like this is the best option we got, so we're gonna give it a try. So the transmission side is done. Got it on there nice and tight, nice and snug, not going anywhere. All I need to do is just spin in place, but I don't think that's gonna come off. So I'm gonna feed it back through, pinch it onto that side, and I think this should work pretty perfectly. Now, the one thing that I don't know, I'm kind of just hoping works out. I'm assuming this one and that one rotate the same direction. Like maybe this one is reversed and that one's not. I don't know. I'm hoping they both spin the same way and our speedo works properly, and this one doesn't spin like this way and that one goes the other way. I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping it's just the same and everything's fine. So it's dark. I've been this was essentially a quick and easy task that turned into more of modifications needed. I had to pull a bit of this housing off of the automatic cable of the cluster to get more room to actually pinch the connectors together. That would have been fine. Then I pulled on this one too hard. You can see back there. I pulled the entire thing off the back of the cluster. Once you do that, you cannot just push it back in and put it back on. You have to then, well, you'll see here in a second, you gotta do this. You gotta pull, you know, everything apart to now access the back of the cluster so I can plug it back in. So that's fun. But after it's plugged back in, it's clamped up there, then this will work. I didn't want to do all this. I had to go find my radio keys to pull the radio, wherever it went to, out of here, and just like, it's been a lot of fun. Again, this is one of those things that was supposed to be like a 15-minute project. I found a cool little clamp. We'll just clamp them together, boom, boom, everything's done. There wasn't enough room, modified it, we're good. Then I yanked on it, popped off the back of the cluster, and now everything's apart. It's dark, got nothing done really. But it's fine, everything's fine. As soon as it's all back together, the speedo will work. Granted, everything spins the same direction, but I'm hopeful. And then yeah, life is great. Everything's good. I'm gonna add this part of the video. Now, most of you are probably like, quit talking, show us the end product. We don't want to hear you talk. But the beauty of this being my channel, I can do whatever I want. But I meet a lot of people at shows and events and stuff. They always say like, you make it look so easy, or like, you always just get it done. And like, I will always get it done. The car, make no mistake, the car will never beat me. I might get angry for a while and be annoyed, but I'm gonna win at the end of the day. Like right now. This is annoying. The last thing I want to do today is pull half the dash apart and try and get this thing to go back on, because there's no room back here. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this because my hand doesn't fit and I can't see anything, and it's all not fun. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. That's half of just car stuff. Don't let the car win. Just get it done. Oh, my hand's stuck. I'm annoyed. We're gonna get it done. Yes, if you're wondering, a lot of stuff that I've done cars for a long time. I've gotten pretty good with Volkswagens, getting most things done. But there's still a lot of things like this that's so annoying. And I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Because again, my hand can't fit. I can't reach the back of the plug. I can't see where it's going. But we're gonna figure it out. I might be here for a while. I'll yell and throw a few fits, but eventually we're gonna get it. I have to pull this whole cluster like out of here, but I can't. The wires are in the way and everything's plugged in, stuck, and it's just annoying. So, I guess long story short, guy or Skeeto, if you're working on your car, you're like, man, this sucks, nothing's going right. How am I gonna do that? I feel you. I feel your pain. Because a lot of times, this sucks. Like right now, this is stupid. All of this would be cool if my cluster my manual would just work and the plugs are right, but they're not, so I can't plug it in. I can't get this cluster out because everything's just, yeah, long story short, this is not always fun. I'm not having a good time right now, but we're gonna get it done no matter what. Okay, this is the moment of truth. We have the cable connected to the back of the cluster. It popped in, no problem. It's like a square little cable that goes in. I think it's in properly, we'll see. I'm not putting any of this together just yet in case it's not on properly or it doesn't work, but I think we're gonna go. So we're going for a drive and hope and pray everything's working nicely. You can see pretty much right away if this worked or not. I didn't move at all yet. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I saw I do a little flinch thing. Hold on. I'm trying to steer with one hand and film and everything else. I'm gonna crash. Ow! Look at her go. She's moving. Oh, I think we've done it. All right, let's go to the left because right as a speed bump, we don't want to do that. All right, let me try and get the second gear here. Not my best film work, I'm sorry, but oh yeah. Boys and girls, we got speed. Never let the car win. All right, well, I call that a success. Now, I don't know why my turn signal usually flashes. Now it's like stuck at like a light green and then it comes on. So I'm not sure what that's about at the moment. Maybe because like half of this is still pulled apart. I don't know. We'll figure that out later, but that works, and we love that. Now, eventually, I would like to get an earlier Mark II manual cluster to actually have this connect properly the way it's supposed to, but for now, this will work, so can't complain. Also, our wheel is fixed, no more leaking air, so that's good. So all over with Mark II, good day. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. So, I'm sitting here editing this video, and I just realized what probably some of you guys already realized, and I had said at some point if I get an earlier manual Mark II cluster, I can just go from the transmission cable right to the cluster and make it all work. Thinking back now, all I have to do, I'm pretty sure, is pull that adapter cable off that I already pulled off on accident. If I just remove that one, take the one off the transmission and go right to the cluster, it should work no problem, because the connection piece that clicks into the cluster is the same on the one off the 020, and I did all that adapter piece thing to the automatic little section, but I'm pretty sure I don't need that at all. I think I'm an idiot. Like, I mean, I made it work, yes, but I'm pretty sure the piece I pulled off the cluster on accident that I fought to put back on, I could just remove that little small piece, go from the transmission right at the cluster, and it'll be perfect. You know, sometimes. Which means tomorrow, gotta pull the dash part again, pull the cluster out, pop it off, run it through. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you were already thinking what I just realized, good on ya. I think I'm an idiot, but it's fine. I'll see you guys tomorrow.